Okay, so in a world that's obsessed with couple goals and perfectly curated online lives, we're going to dive into a story that flips all of that on its head. This is about what happens when the filters are stripped away and all that's left is strength, sacrifice, and a kind of love that you just can't fake for a social media post. Seriously, think about it. We see these flawless relationships all over our feeds every single day. But what happens when life gets, well, when it gets genuinely, terrifyingly messy? What does real, hardcore commitment actually look like when a crisis hits? That's really the heart of the story we're getting into today.
So our story starts in the city of Solapur in India, and this is where we meet a young couple, Akash Narayan and Anjali Shinde.
Now, Akash and Anjali weren't just any couple. They were, for all intents and purposes, local celebrities. We're talking real stars who got huge through their Instagram profile, Anjali Bai. They were young, they were popular, and their fun, high-energy videos were blowing up, reaching a massive audience.
From the outside looking in, their life was the definition of modern success. They had the fame, they had the followers, and they had each other. Their world was just bright, full of likes, shares, and this promise of an even bigger future ahead. But just as their star was hitting its peak, everything, and I mean everything, was about to change in the most sudden and devastating way you can imagine.
And just like that, their carefully curated, happy world was completely turned upside down. This wasn't some dramatic plot twist for a viral video. This was a real-life crisis.
It turns out, after an accident, Anjali was diagnosed with a brain tumor. I mean, that's a terrifying diagnosis for anyone, right? It's a really serious medical condition that means aggressive treatment, major surgery, and a future that is completely uncertain. And you can just see how tragically and quickly things went downhill. It all started with an accident. That led to the tumor diagnosis. That required a massive surgery. And in the aftermath of that operation, Anjali was left paralyzed. The vibrant, smiling woman from all those viral reels was now literally fighting for her life.
But this devastating turn of events, this is where their story really transforms from one about social media fame into an incredible testament of true love. So, how did they face this impossible challenge together?
Now, what's so powerful here is the contrast. You look at one side and you see Anjali's world just crumbling. Her smile was gone, she lost her hair, she was facing what must have felt like total darkness. But then you look at Akash, and his resolve only got stronger. He didn't just stay, he became her rock, her caregiver. And get this, he even kept making reels with her to boost her spirits and show the world that their bond was absolutely unbreakable.
And their journey just resonated so deeply with people. I mean, at a time when relationships can seem so temporary, their commitment was this powerful, real-life example of what it actually means to love someone in sickness and in health. And this wasn't just some abstract feeling. It was all about action. Akash was the one managing all the medical stuff, he was her emotional anchor, and he even used the same platform that made them famous to keep her spirits up. His love was a practical, visible thing, every single day. So this deeply personal, private journey, which they shared so openly, well, it wasn't going to stay confined to a phone screen. It was about to jump onto a much, much bigger stage. The story of their devotion went viral all over again, but this time for a reason that was so much more profound than their early reels. It just captured the hearts of people all over the country and even beyond. The emotional power of their story was so real, so undeniable, that it reached the South Indian film industry. That's where a producer named Kumar saw something truly special, a story that just had to be told.
And so, their journey is now being immortalized in a Kannada language film called U Muddu. It's just this amazing recognition that their personal story of love and courage is truly universal.
So, go ahead and mark your calendars. The film is set to be released in November 2025, and it's going to bring their incredible, unfiltered love story to a global audience.
And that kind of leaves us with one final thought, right? Akash and Anjali's journey. From social media stars to symbols of true commitment, it's such a powerful reminder. It makes you wonder, beyond the perfectly crafted images we all put out there, what's the real, unfiltered story of our own lives and our own relationships?